What's up, bro? I was just wondering if I could do a quick interview with you. I really like your car, man.
That like right, man.
You mind if I take 2 seconds of your time to do an interview?
What's the interview about?
Okay, so tell me, like, what do you do for a living? How do you have the time to keep battling and, you know, all this effort and energy? How do you find all that motivation? Like, if I want a car like this and a really nice life, do you think it's necessary for me to get a bachelor's or a master's? Last piece of advice you could give for someone like me who are in their young 20s.
Okay. This question so many times. All right, man. Let me just get out real quick.
Mo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
Moepowers.
Moepowers. Okay,
Yeah.
my name's Asad.
Your name's Asad?
Asad, A-S-A-D,
Get the
yeah.
hell out of here.
I
Really?
swear, yeah.
Shit, I know a lot of Asads.
Really?
Yeah. So what's going on, man?
So Mo, okay, so tell me, like, what do you do for a living?
Bro, I'm actually in construction. Okay?
Really?
Yeah, so I do construction, but that's
Okay.
not enough, right?
Right.
So I dabble in a bunch of different kinds of businesses. I do a lot of investments, some real estate, and I'm always looking for the next opportunity.
Okay.
Okay. So that's pretty much how I've been able to get this car. I got this car about 4 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
4 years
Four
ago.
years ago. 4 years ago, I hustled my ass off, man. This has like been the car of my whole dreams. You know what I'm saying? And we're immigrants here with nothing really,
Yeah.
no money, no backup, no real support. But you know, it was one of the best drivers for me growing up. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it just always made me want to hustle and never give up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I've never felt like I've ever failed because I've never stopped.
Nice.
You know, I've had like, you know, I've lost battles.
Yeah.
Right? My whole life, I've lost so many battles.
Right.
You know, but in my mind, I'm gonna win the war.
That's the mindset, guys.
That's it. That's pretty much it.
So
man.
basically, never give up.
Never give up, bro. If you give up, you have basically admitted defeat. You've got down there. You've basically let your head get beheaded by the warriors. You know what I'm saying? And you've lost the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And essentially, you lose the war if you get your head cut off, right? So at the end of the day, bro, you can keep trying. You can lose little battles. You can keep hustling. But at the end of the day, man, you got to keep going because at the there's a bigger picture here that you're trying to get to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it.
And like with all these battles that how do you have the time to keep battling and, you know, all this effort and energy? How do you find all that motivation?
Well, you know, it's all about organizing your life. Okay. So this
Organizing your life, guys.
Organizing your life. This actually all starts from how you wake up in the morning, your routine, your friend circle. It's kind of loud.
Yeah, it's kind of
Whether you let things kind of get to you, like you know, negative people.
right.
As soon as I feel someone's negative, man, they're out of my life. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I've been able to create a circle of motivation.
Yeah.
And it, you know, even some days you have shitty days or things are just not going well. That circle that you've created, that's what keeps you going.
Right.
That gives you force and foundation. No matter what, you got that there, and it's pushing you forward.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So the circle, would you say, is like your friends and close family? Maybe like a daughter or...
I'm not talking about like a friend circle, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about like a circle of organization.
Yes. Right.
And things that motivate you as an individual. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like you wake up in the morning, you got your routine, you make your bed, you have your workout, you have your breakfast, you kind of get your mind right. You do some meditation.
Yes.
You watch the sunrise. There's things that you can do to just, you know, remind you of why you're fighting every day, right? So let's just say I started my day like that, right? And I go off and I have a really shitty day later. I lose a contract, some guy's suing me. I got problems happening left, right, and center, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I still woke up and I put my armor on, I carried my sword, and I prepared myself for battle.
Right.
See?
Every day.
Every day you do the same thing. Even though if I'm gonna have a shitty day, I'm gonna come back and I'm beat up. But guess what? I'm gonna wake up the next day and I'm gonna do the same damn thing.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's pretty much how it is.
So basically, no matter how you feel, and no matter what kind of like defeat or inner like maybe depression or some sort of like bad thing you're feeling,
Don't say depression, man. Depression doesn't exist. Sorry. Depression does not exist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And only if you tell yourself you're depressed, you'll feel like down and depressed and shit like that. No, take that out of your mind, bro. You know what I'm saying? We are human beings. We're battling a war here on Earth. We're trying to do good. Shit always happens. Things always pull us down. Okay?
Yeah.
Humanity wouldn't have come this far if men were depressed.
Yes.
Okay? One man carried the torch from here to there. Another guy picked it up from here to there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna carry it from here to there, and then hopefully someone else will pick it up and keep going, right?
Yeah.
If I was depressed, that torch ain't moving. So you gotta remove that from your head, man.
Yeah. Did you know? Yeah. Did you also know that Andrew Tate says that depression doesn't exist?
Yes.
You know who Andrew Tate is?
Yeah, of course. I've heard. Of course, I know who Andrew Tate is, man. Poor guy got banned from every social media platform. I better be careful before they ban me now.
So he also says the same thing. Basically, depression. That's really loud.
I like it.
Yeah, I know. It's a loud city, guys. It's Orange Julep, Montreal. But yeah, basically he says that depression doesn't exist. It's just a result of how you feel when you don't work hard for yourself. When you're sitting in bed lonely and you're eating a bag of chips and you're not going out and you're not striving for yourself.
To me, that sounds like a loser. You know what I'm saying? And someone who's succumbed to his battle, right? And that's just not a winner, right? And I get it. You know, sometimes people get in that situation, you get in that zone, and it's hard to get out. Okay.
Yeah.
But hopefully, there's people like me and other people around this world that they can look up to and listen to try to get them to come back up again. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole point here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like to help people.
Yes.
You know, it's funny that you approach me. I love to do this. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
So
I'm really glad.
And you're doing. You know, it's funny. You're doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You approaching people, trying to motivate other people on the other end of this camera.
All my viewers.
That's what's up, man. That's the key of life.
Thank you, bro. I really
Okay,
appreciate it.
you're doing
Yeah.
a good job, man.
Thank
I
you,
like it.
man. So, like, for all the young people who that are in school and not entirely sure what they want to do, like, I don't know what's the highest level of education you've completed. Do you think like a bachelor's and master's is necessary? Like, if I want a car like this and a really nice life, do you think it's necessary for me to get a bachelor's or a master's?
You as an individual have to decide what kind of person you are, whether man or woman. You got to decide what kind of person you are. Are you a worker bee, or do you own the hive? Okay.
Right.
Now, it's okay to be a worker bee. We need them. The whole world runs off worker bees, right?
Exactly.
But some individuals want to own the hive. But let me tell you something. It's not easy, right?
No.
It's like a very slight 1% that ever get to that level. Okay. So if you want to get a bachelor degree and get a job somewhere and become an employee, that's absolutely fine. You can make a lot of money being an employee. Absolutely, okay? Yeah. And I've always said, to become a great leader, you must be a great follower first. Okay? So that's a good path to take. If you eventually want to be a leader, you could also become a good follower too. That's fine.
Yeah.
But some people don't need school and don't need to get a bachelor degree. It's all about the person themselves, right? Like, for instance, for me, I personally dropped out of high school. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I dropped out of high school was because I just felt like it wasn't for me. Okay? I felt like the things that I was learning which were great, okay, and I don't recommend this to anyone, were just not benefiting me really well at the time, depending on my life situation, right? I grew up in the ghetto. We had bad, dangerous situation going on all the time. I wanted to be a gangster. A lot of things right in my life that made me not want to take school at the time.
Yeah, Mo.
But at the end of the day, if you do leave school, you better have a plan, man.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a plan. I got into a lot of trouble, and I had to learn the hard way. I got lucky. I made it out of that. Okay.
I'm really glad you did.
Yeah, I got lucky and I made out of that. But at the end of the day, I found that I was great at sales and communicating to a certain degree, okay? And I perfected that as much as I could, and that was actually one of the biggest keys where eventually led me to building a business and eventually getting this.
Right. And as you mentioned earlier, that you have multiple streams of income, so you do your real estate and your other types of jobs. So what last piece of advice you could give for someone like me who are in their young 20s?
Okay.
Best piece of advice.
Bro, it's very hard for me to give you advice because I'm actually still figuring it out, okay? I'm still learning.
How old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm in my early 30s.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But what I can tell you for now,
yeah.
okay, if you wanna basically find some kind of path to take for an income stream, I would definitely focus on at least finding one good one first. So as soon as you find one good one and you perfect that one income stream that it's going really well, and you build it and build it to a certain degree where it kind of has a system around it where you can take away some of your time and try to build something else at the same time.
Okay.
Whether it's owning Airbnbs, whether it's having exotic car rentals, whether it's being a broker for yachts, whether it's owning real estate and renting them out, whether it's doing Amazon FBA or Shopify, whether it's just running a business like a construction company on the side as well. It's great to have different income streams, because when something like COVID hits or these big pandemics or some shutdown, you have many other avenues of income coming in. And that's really, really important. A lot of people learned that lesson during the shutdown, of course.
All right. It was very nice to interview you. Yes. I
appreciate it, man.
Is there like a sports mode or something?
Yeah.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Straight over here.
Oh, so this is like, you click on it and then it just goes boom?
Yeah.